Hello everyone, welcome back to the video on Backup Exec 16, and today I will show you how you can use the instant recovery feature to recover your virtual machine running on ESXi. Now in order to do that, I've already installed Backup Exec 16 and I'm on the user interface, and the virtual machine in question over here is Nested 2K8DC, for which I've already done the full backup. Now before we start using the IR feature, there are certain things which I want to point out. In order to use the instant recovery feature, you have to make sure that when you do the backup of the virtual machine, it is a virtual based backup. You need to use the full backup. It cannot be an incremental or a differential backup, and the destination storage has to be a disk based. It cannot be a tape drive, cloud storage, or a deduplication pool. So it has to be a disk based backup. Okay, so I have already done the full backup of Nested 2K8DC and I've done the virtual based backup. So let's just quickly show you. If I right click and go to the backup and go to backup to disk, within Backup Exec there are two ways you can do the backup of virtual machine. One is the virtual based backup and the other one is agent based backup. But for this feature to be used, you need to use the virtual based backup. So this has already been done. So I'll come out of this one. And if you see on the right hand top corner of the user interface, there is a window with the name Instant Recovery, and I will select this and I will select the option for Instantly Recover Virtual Machine, and under the source I'll give the name. I'll give the name Test IR or Test Instant Recovery. Then under the destination I will select the host, and I will also power on the virtual machine after it is recovered. And under the schedule I will run now, and if I want I can also manage the recipients under the notification, but for the sake of this video I will leave everything to the default and I will hit OK and select OK again. So as you can see that the instant recovery procedure has been initiated, and if I go under the job monitor, the name of our job was Test IR and the job status is in active state. Now if I open the vSphere client also, you will see that there will be a replica of the nested DC. So as you can see that the instant recovery virtual machine has appeared over here, and if I highlight this and go on the console, because we selected the option for powering out the virtual machine after it has been recovered, it will start booting up. If I go under the job monitor, as you can see that the job status is successful, so the virtual machine will start booting up in a moment. So as you can see that the machine is booting up now. Now the common question arises under what scenario I can use this feature. Now the three things which comes to my mind is that firstly, this is a great tool to be used in test and development environment. So in case you want to test any patches or any application, you can do that on this virtual machine, and if everything's successful, you can apply that on the production server. Another case scenario is that if the compliance team comes to you and asks you to show you that the backup were done successfully, you can spin up these virtual machines to show them that the backups were successful. And in case something happens to your production server, what you can do is that within ESXi you can use the vMotion to move the virtual machine from your secondary storage to the primary storage, and your end user will see the minimum downtime. So it's a great tool to be used, and it's very helpful in any of these scenarios. So as you can see that the machine is still booting up. Let me give the password. So this is the complete replica of the actual virtual machine. Now let me go back to the user interface of B16, and the nested 2K DC with this green arrow sign means that the virtual machine was instantly recovered. Now if we are done with all the testing and patching of this virtual machine and we want to remove this one, what we can do is that we can go back to the instant recovery window, and there is the option for remove a recovered VM. And if I select this one, you have the option for use default and remove now, or you can customize setting and remove. But for this demo, we'll do the use default and remove now, and I'll select this one, and I'll select the virtual machine which we have instantly recovered, which is nested DC with 120516, and I will select OK, and I'll select yes. So if I go under the job monitor, you'll see that the process for removal of the virtual machine has been initiated, and in a little while this instantly recovered virtual machine will disappear from the vSphere client too. So the job status is successful. So as you can see that instantly recovered virtual machine was removed, and it's also removed from here too. So it's a great tool, and I hope that you find my video useful. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.